Shades of reality.
What is color without light? Is there contrast without shadows? These questions were something I had never thought about until one day an art teacher of mine said to the class, "In order to be able to draw realistically, you have to realize that in life there is no such thing as a line, but merely just the contrast between light and shadow." This makes perfect sense when you think about it, but until that point, I had never given it the thought. What was it about that statement my teacher said that affected me so much? I had no idea how much those simple words would impact me later down the road, when I would sink into a very lonely depression. A time when I had lost all motivation, didn't have many friends, and was getting sick constantly. I felt as if I didn't have much going for me in my life, and at times didn't see a purpose of continuing on. But one day, I remembered those words, shades, not lines, and began to see the world as I used to. My life began to pick up, and I started to feel better about myself, which in turn gave me more confidence and led to me starting up all of my old hobbies again. I started riding my bike, drawing, and just filming for the sake of filming. But one thing in particular I had forgotten was how much I enjoyed watching the sunset. To me, there was always something so magical about the sunset, and so every day after class I would bring my video camera with me and go film the sunset. Every sunset was different and unique, and no matter how many times I would go, watching the sunset never got old. To this day, I go out and watch the sunset whenever I get the chance. I guess in a way it is my form of meditation. It helps me to cope with the stresses of everyday life. Had it not been for my art teacher, I would not appreciate the beauty this world offers as I do now, and may not even be here to appreciate it at all had he not spoken those simple words. Since then, I have tried to make an effort to be more observant. I see the world as infinite as the imagination. It is the start for which any outcome is possible, so long as I put my mind up to it. I try not to take anything for granted and appreciate what I have, as well as not dwell on the longings for the things I don't. I realize today that I have a lot to be thankful for, but having the world summed up by a high school art teacher of mine into something as simple as lines do not exist, they are merely the contrast between light and shadow, or shades of light, is something that will stay with me forever. Those words have changed my perspective on the world, and made me recognize that even when life is bringing me down, it is the simple things that bring me back up.